Call this meeting to order of the Hawarden City Council. This is a regular council meeting on Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. It is 5:30 p.m. Our initial item on our agenda is approval of the July 23rd, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Could I have a motion on that, please?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Next is the approval of the August 13th, 2025 claims for payment. Could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve the August 13th claims for payment.
And a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor of approving the claims, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. At this time, we have open business from the community. Is there anyone who would like to speak to us tonight? Okay. Then we will move on to the mayor's report. I would just like to thank the city staff and the residents of Hawarden for their efforts to clean up after our windstorm. It was a mess, and we really needed a lot of help, and it was heartwarming to see all the people helping get the city cleaned up. We still have some work to do on that, but I know we will get there, and we appreciate that. We do look forward to Labor Day, and we've got the schedule coming out now, and so be looking for that, and I encourage everyone to participate, help if you can, but if not, at least come and participate and watch all of the things that are going on. Should be a great weekend. We'll move on to staff reports. Jacob.
Okay, I actually have a little bit more than I normally say, so I'm going to take a quick drink of water. All right, so for starters, I would also like to thank our city employees and the residents and all that helped with cleanup of the storm. There was a massive response even late of that night that it happened, and it was phenomenal. Everybody stepped up. People were helping citizens, and I appreciate everything that everybody did. Moving on from that, I want to remind people that I have election paperwork to be picked up. Election paperwork can be turned into me between August 25th and September 18th here at the city. And those for the hospital board and for city council members that will be on this upcoming election. Okay, next thing, I had a few residents talking to me about this zoning ordinance that we passed, and now that it has been passed, it's been posted in the paper, I think it's time for us to start moving forward and looking at some of these properties and addressing the things that need to be addressed. Next, I have website. Our Civic Plus website is undergoing system changes. They're changing the back end of the site and is going to completely revamp our website. With this is also going to come with a cost increase to the city of an annual amount. We're going from about $4,600 a year to $6,139 a year. With that being said, it also could be a good time to look at and getting quotes from other companies again as well. And seeing what we could do with those prices jumping up. I know they were not the cheapest in the beginning, so I'd be curious to see what that could be. So I'll probably be reaching out with that and possibly having an item on a future agenda coming forward before these changes take effect. As many people are aware, we had some issues with our utility billing software and the ACH is not coming out for the people that were on auto pay. I did find out that it was on the our service provider's end, and it wasn't going through. They took quite a bit of time before they finally got back to me to let me know that it was on their end. But after they did get back to me, they got it fixed within 24 hours. And so hopefully everything has gone through now. And if anybody has any issues with their payments, please reach out to the city. With that being said, I do believe that it is probably time to start looking at quoting other software companies for our city as well. So I will probably begin that process of just reaching out to see which ones are even able to provide all the services that we need probably get some demos, get some prices, get stuff put together, and bring it back to the council to look at and see if that is something that we want to do. This is a lengthy process, because even if we were to decide next meeting that we want to go with another company, it's at least a year before the onboarding would actually happen. So the sooner that we start getting on it, the better. We also know that our software company that we have now is moving forward to pushing us to a different cloud-based system that may or may not be equally expensive as others that would offer and could potentially have more problems that would cause us. On utility billing, I have another thing that we're going to be looking at. We have a lot of customer accounts that I've talked about in the past that have a large credit balances. This has been brought to our attention from auditors that we should not be holding that high of credit balances for people. So we have already reached out to our main ones and have been working with them. Some have been using the credit balances down to and skipping like payments for a couple months to try and knock it down, and some have just been taking a check. For those that are not reaching out to us, we're probably going to be sending another letter, and then after the letter, just be automatically cutting a check to them to lower their balance down to just $500 as credit. We want to leave them the buffer there because we know that winter months can be more expensive. But that is something that I'm looking at doing in according with our ordinance. So, and that is all I've got.
Okay, thank you for that. Travis?
The basketball court parking lot was completed yesterday. Looks great.
Yeah, it does.
Knife River was impressed with the base and the drainage slope, and they commented that should get a really long life out of the overlay. So that's promising. The intersection at 23rd and Avenue L has been completed and opened back up for traffic. This was fixing an area that concrete was removed to fix that water leak on our 10-inch main that comes from the water reservoir. Tree cleanup from the storm is virtually completed. Right now we're still trimming up some of the damaged trees that have hanging branches and stuff like that. And then I'd like to thank CFE. They donated a loader and an operator for 2 days, and they stayed at our tree pile, pushing the pile up so people were able to keep bringing branches in, and that freed up our loader with the grapples to keep picking up. So that was a huge help for us, and we appreciate it. Yeah, this was all hands on deck. I even drove dump truck one day for a while. So. I don't know if some of you have noticed probably, but our streets are kind of dirty with the branches and leaves. Our sweeper's been broke down for maintenance. Hope to have that up this week. I know somebody was going to look at it this afternoon again. So as soon as we get that fixed, we will be back on the streets getting it sweeped and cleaned up. So that's all I have for now.
Okay, thank you. Chief DePriest?
Late last month, I received some information that our normal place for impound of dogs was no longer going to be interested in taking any of the animals. Glad to say I met with the vet today, and he has once again agreed to accept them. I think as long as the city accepts responsibility for any of the animals that we take out there financially and ensures that he's covered, he's more than willing to help us out. So that is a bit of good news. The other thing is I've been working on an ordinance to amend the ATV and snowmobile ordinance to include golf carts. State law says that golf carts can be ridden on city streets. You just have to have council approval, and that's something we don't currently have in place. So I should have something for you guys in the next few weeks.
Okay, good, thank you. Carol?
We do have a new line of grant opportunities for some funding. I'm currently working on a couple of things, chairs and tables for the shelter, the Sioux County Ag Expo that's being built out over by Sioux Center. We are continuing to work with them to kind of incorporate, and I'm doing some grant paperwork for them to kind of help them out. The annual partner meeting for the Northwest Iowa developers is September 5th. everyone is welcome to come. It's going to be in Lamar's this year. It will be from 11:30 to 1. Our guest speaker is going to be Jeff Stamp is his name. He's the man that developed baked Lay's potato chips. He has a wonderful business message and a wonderful entrepreneurial spirit, so it will be a very interesting meeting. Have been working on this website issue change. Did have a Zoom meeting with them, went through that. I did voice our concerns and our disappointment. One of the biggest disappointments was when the flood happened a year ago, we could not get Civic Plus to answer the phone. We needed our website to interact with our citizens. We needed it to be real time, and that was a very difficult time to work with them. So it did show that they needed to make some changes, but I'll work with Jacob on that and continue to move forward with that project, but they need some help. I do have disaster paperwork for people who would like to get assistance to be repaid for the tree removal, any damage to their home. One set of grant paperwork is not income-based. You can apply for the grant and get the money no matter what. And there's another one that would give you up to $7,000. So if anyone ran into an issue and has some expense with trees, I'm more than happy to help them fill out that paperwork.
Great, thank you. I hope people take advantage of that. Jenny? Okay. Council comments at this time. Anyone have anything?
Just on that $7,000 grant, is that just trees? Or is it like roof? Just
No, that would be
curious.
like roof, like any damage to your home. Like even
Okay.
if you were displaced from your home, it could be for assistance for housing. Anything that had to do with the
Okay.
event. The governor did declare it a disaster.
I
so
saw that. I
we
read
had
that.
We have the declaration.
Yeah,
So.
because there's some in my area that got hit hard.
Okay, then we'll move on to other agenda items. Item 3 is the appointment for the vacant council seat. We have talked about that, and I think we've got an agreement, but we do need to finalize it and formalize it. Could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to the appointment of John Feldhacker to the vacant council seat.
And a second?
I'll second.
And we will do roll call here from Allen.
Aye.
Warner.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
It passes 4-0. At this time, we would like to give John Feldhacker the oath of office.
Just have this one here for a signature afterwards.
I, John Feldhacker, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa, and that I will faithfully and impartially, to the best of my ability, discharge all the duties of City Council for the City of Hawarden, as now or hereafter required by law.
Congratulations.
Let's just go ahead and sign this one and that one, leave the white one, and you can have that one. And then that's yours to take afterwards with it. Welcome back.
Have a seat.
Okay, moving on to our agenda, we've got item 4, which from the Chamber, street closures for Big Sioux River Days.
Are we on?
Yep.
All right. Hi, I'm Julie Coyle with the Hawarden Chamber, and we're gearing up for Big Sioux River Days. We filled out 7 event applications last week, and just due to some scheduling and vacations, we weren't able to get them signed before tonight's meeting. We didn't want to wait until the week before Labor Day to ask for signatures, to ask for approval. So Jacob told me I could come here tonight and verbally ask for approval on 3 street closures. So on Saturday, August 30th, the Hawarden Fire Department will host their popular kids' water fights on 12th Street in front of the swimming pool from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. We're requesting closure of 12th Street from Central Avenue to Avenue F from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. to allow for setup and cleanup. Residents who park along 12th Street will be notified in writing at least 48 hours before the closure. On Monday, September 1st, the Big Sioux River Days Vendor Fair will be held from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're requesting closure of 14th Street from Central Avenue to past the pickleball courts from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. This will give food trucks and vendors space to set up safely. We will notify residents at least 48 hours in advance of the street closure. Okay, and this is the one I really need. On Monday, September 1st, we're having a Labor Day parade. And so the Labor Day Kitty Parade and Grand Parade will be held. For both parades, we are requesting closure of Central Avenue from 12:30 p.m. From 7th Street to 16th Street. The parade begins at 1:15 p.m. and crosses Highway 10 intersection, which will require police presence for traffic control. Central Avenue will reopen after the parade, and once again, we will notify residents at least 48 hours in advance of the street closure. Thank you again for supporting Big Sioux River Days.
Thank you, Julie. Brian, you have any issues with the closings? And
I do not. And Julie and I had already spoken about some of the changes on this, so I believe we're all on the same page.
great.
It's pretty routine every year. We need to do it for all those events.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so is there any discussion? Otherwise, I would take a vote to approve those street closures for Big Sioux River Days.
So moved.
In a second.
Second, go ahead.
All those in favor of the street closures for Big Sioux River Days, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Item 5, approval of the contract with Lexipol. Brian.
For the past several months, I've been working with Lexipol on trying to get a policy management solution. Lexipol is one that I'm familiar with. I like their product, and it'll help with their implementation, which we have in this case covered by a grant that Carol wrote us. It'll really knock down the time it'll take to redo or update our policy and procedure manual. It's been a significant amount of time since it was done completely, and this solution just helps us stay on top of any legislative updates or case law updates, provides training to the officers as well, make sure they understand and acknowledge the policies, and put them in scenarios that they can make decisions easier. So.
Okay. And the cost of this, the contract would be?
I've got the cost up here. It looks like it's $7,382.
Okay. Any questions or comments? If not, I'd take a motion.
I make a motion to approve the Lexipol contract.
In a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor of approving the contract with Lexipol, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes 5-0. Thank you. I think that's a good move there, Chief, to get that done. Item 6 is the selection of a bid for the park shelter site preparation.
We had 2 bids come in for the preparing the site to build. We're going to raise it up 4 feet, so dirt will have to be added, compacted, and then tested. Boyer Sand and Rock came in at $29,800. Vanderwent and Sons for $64,619. Everything looks correct in the bids. Bill was just less expensive on all line items, so.
Okay, yeah, that's quite a difference.
It is huge.
All right, any further discussion on that? I would take a motion.
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
We'll do a roll call. Warner.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Feldacker.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
Allen.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Thank you. Moving on to number 7 is selection of a bid for the park shelter construction.
In this bid, we had 3 bids with B plus B construction coming in at $175,510.48. PM Construction put in a bid for $197,945, and Garrettson Construction for $224,173.33. I did talk to the low bidder on this and just made sure everything was included, we weren't missing anything, and he assured me that the number's right. He just wanted the bid really well. He thought he could build it pretty quick, and so his overhead costs.
I was gonna say, did they give you a time frame on how long it was gonna take them?
Yes, all of them would come in as soon as possible after the dirt work is done and get going and hopefully be done before November. But December 15th is the substantial completion date that I put in the bid, so.
Okay, any other questions? If not, oh, Patty?
I don't have any notes.
Okay.
You're old.
Then I'll take a motion.
I make a motion to approve the low bid with, from P&B Construction for the shelter construction.
And a second.
I'll second.
We'll do a roll call again for Anderson.
Will you confirm that?
I'm sorry.
VP.
Did I say B and P? I don't know what you said. I said B and
You
P.
said
I
VNP.
think you
B
said
and P.
B and P, but I should, BP.
V-
Okay.
VP Construction. Yeah, okay.
I had an and in there. Aye.
Feldacker.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
Allen.
Aye.
And Warner.
Aye.
That passes 5-0. Thank you. It'll
Uh,
be good to get going on that. Yes, sir.
Yep, I guess I would just like to say with that total of the 2 low bids, comes to $205,310.48. We will have extra costs above those 2 bids. Cabinets, countertops, we pulled them out of the bid, so we made sure we got what we wanted, because we didn't really specify in the thing, so we didn't want real low end, somebody coming and trying to bid low. So we pulled those out so we can get what we want. And then tables, chairs, refrigerator, and a stove. Got an estimate of about $14,000 to complete the rest, so we're all in at close to $219,310.48, which is considerably less than the $270 that we've
Yeah.
been kind of expecting, and that $270 was a little high because you just never know what you get for bids. So, but yeah, we feel good going forward, and now that everything's approved, we can start the dirt work and stuff in there and get rolling.
That'd be nice.
And how much of the project is being reimbursed by FEMA? Do you know?
On the state side, 75%, 10% on 75 on FEMA, 10% on the state, so 15%, and we still have that grant.
So 40,000.
Yep, to cover the extra, so
City portion and the extras.
we should be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
good.
great.
Yeah.
We'll start renting it out as soon as possible.
Yeah, people will enjoy it, enjoy that.
Take some calls tomorrow, probably.
Well, let's get it built first.
Okay, item number 8 is approval of a memorandum of understanding.
All right, so a little while ago, the union reached out and they had this memorandum that they wanted us to take a look at to approve an additional stipend increase for a certificate of completion for this Iowa Environment Association sewer collection. And I think that this is definitely something that we would probably support because, that we should support because this is not just something that somebody can go out and do. This takes a lot of prep time and training to get up to that level, and it is important stuff to make sure that we are keeping our sewer collection up to the standards for the state of Iowa, and it is a lot of knowledge put into this, that this employee puts in to obtain this, and it's definitely something that is in line with other stipend increases that we already do for other certification, people that get other certifications in their job line, so.
Okay, yeah, we are lucky to have employees that are willing to go ahead and improve their knowledge, helping the city.
There's a lot of focus on environmental review. Having done those environmental reviews, they're very comprehensive, but there's just so much focus on it in our state and others, and municipalities being, well, we're compliant, but there's more rules and regulations coming. I mean, it would be a good thing, really, because you would be ahead of others. Because I would like to think this is a pretty comprehensive class, just from the ones I've gone to. And there's going to be lots of information that can come out that he could utilize. And, you know, once they, down the line, you know, decide to, it seems like with environmental, there's more and more coming down the pikes. You'd be ahead of the ball game, kind of having some of that already going.
Yeah, this certification is not right now required by the state of Iowa, but it has been one that has been looked at for making it a requirement for cities to obtain in order to run their stuff. And this is not an easy one to obtain. It takes multiple years of getting the knowledge for it to be able to finally pass the certification.
Anything further?
So moved.
Okay, got a motion? Second?
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the memorandum of understanding, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Thank you. Number 9 is our consent agenda. We've got 2 items. First is the temporary premises transfer of the Class C retail alcohol license for Paradise Bar to the Hawarden Community Center on August 31st, 2025. And the second item is the renewal of the Class C retail alcohol license for the Fraternal Order of Eagles. Could I have a motion to approve those items?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
And a second?
Second.
Those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes 5-0. And we are at the end of our agenda. I would take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
And a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. We are adjourned at 5:57 PM. Thank you for your attendance, and thank you for watching.